Welcome to House Money Podcast, our NFL Week 2 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone!
And
Chalkboard.
What's up, fellas? What's up? Hey, last week, NFL Week 1, we went 2-2. You know, not bad. Lost the juice. Minnesota was probably bad, and Dallas was honestly, I think they'll be fine. I was actually more impressed with the Rams than I was down on Dallas. I think they'll figure it out. But T-Bone, you tell me, what did you learn in Week 1?
Well, I mean, if we do add the choice cut, that puts us at 3-2. I'm just saying. I'm throwing the choice cut out there every week. I'm just saying. But anyways, yes, it could have been better. But if freaking Dallas kicks a damn field goal, at least ties the game, chance to win. Instead, just
there was stuff talking about that.
Why would you not have kicked that field goal? Why?
All over the every sports thing they were talking about. It was him trying to come out to tell Jerry, it's like, hey, this is the kind of guy you hired. I'm going to go for it.
We see what kind of guy we got, jackass. Now I'm sitting there 0-1.
Well, I had to actually look at this because it's like,
and then the pass interference penalty, right?
Pass interference on Gallup late in the game, but.
Going for a touchdown.
Just that single play. And I was like, I had to look over. I was like, is Jason Garrett still there? No. It's like, what is the same old thing?
Yeah.
But like he says, I truly believe there's too much talent on that team for them to not figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what about the Vikings? What about that miserable performance they had?
I have no answer to that. I can't. That was just terrible.
Was a misread.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, seriously, Adams, does anybody know who this guy is? I mean, you can't cover this guy. Double team something. I mean, my God, that was crazy. One guy on offense, and you couldn't stop him. Oh, unbelievable.
And Minnesota's terrible, but I mean, we learned a lot Week 1. I think.
Minnesota's just they're a joke for that much talent.
We could take that knowledge into Week 2 and see how we can apply it. We did. I think we got the benefit of a nice line on Tennessee. We got it at a pick. It ended up, I know, around 3, and obviously the game ended the way it did. I didn't get to see much of that game, but 2-2 Week 1. I'm not.
I'm surprised that wasn't score. That score. What it was, to be quite honest.
You left 10 points on the bench with 3 missed field goals and a missed point after.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, they're talking about a Super Bowl winning kicker.
Yeah.
Multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I like how they said he was ranked 5 all-time average going into the game, and before the game was over, he was ranked number 9.
Yeah. I saw something about. I mean,
he went down 4 spots in one game.
That's a bad night.
But I mean, I think we learned a lot. I mean, that was the first week. I think we've seen a couple of things that we can kind of use.
Well, I'll be honest with you on that note, dude. I love this week's card. There's like 6 or 7 games out there. I feel like I got a strong feeling on.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say about a few as well. I mean, if y'all ready, I'm ready to roll.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Chalk.
Let's begin.
All right. Thursday night, Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cleveland -6. The total's 43.5. Cincinnati 0-1 straight up, 0-1 against the spread. Lost to the Chargers 16-13 this past weekend in a heartbreaker. Typical Cincinnati fashion. Truthfully, I didn't watch much of the game. I don't have a solid read on the Bengals yet. Cleveland 0-1 straight up, 0-1 against the spread. Got rolled at Baltimore. Baker Mayfield was just 21 of 39 against Baltimore's D. Cleveland, they fell behind early and couldn't put anything together in typical Cleveland fashion, right? So before you start, Chalk, Thursdays have not been kind to us. I don't really have an opinion on this game, Chalkboard. You tell me, Cincinnati at Cleveland, Cleveland -6.
A lot of rungs on that ladder I want to jump on. Like you say, Thursday, every once in a while, there'll be a show that wows us. This is not going to be the wowzer game. I mean, maybe you guys will surprise me, but I'm not even sure if folks at Ohio are going to watch this game.
We actually liked last Thursday's game, though. We say that, but we did. We like Kansas City.
I mean, out of 17 weeks, we might.
We said we would take Kansas City.
I put y'all on Houston, and I'm glad y'all talked me off of it. Thank you. Kansas City was clearly the play.
Nice segue, E, because I remember throwing something out there about, I don't know, what about the Bengals? And, I got a scolding for Joe Burrow. And Burrow looks really good. Does that mean
you're going Cincinnati's way?
Well, no. But if not, again, I talked to T a little bit before the show. I know that's like against policy, but it's like there was a lot of offensive pass interference. And they actually were talking about the refs had no preseason either.
Crazy,
so they're calling things kind of tight. But if not for the A.J. Green, the Bengals would have won that game. Yeah. And then what happened to the kicker? I mean, did he pull a calf muscle or something? Well, who was was it the Grammatica guy years ago that hurt his leg and was out? To East Point, that was the most Cincinnati-ish thing, I think. I mean, anyway. But now we're talking about this week. Between these two teams, well, we'll go ahead and mention Cleveland as well. They were just playing a different animal in Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore just makes people look bad. So you still don't know how good or bad Cleveland is because Baltimore just makes people look like that. In this particular game, if you made me go at 6, I would probably lean toward Cleveland because I feel like they're more complete. I mean, I don't know why. What do you think? I mean,
yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, Burrow again is a rookie. I mean, he still only had 190 yards. I mean, not terrible. He's going to get better. But Cleveland to me just has so much talent, and why they can't put it together, I don't know. But God, it's there. I mean, doesn't it have to show through? My God.
Well, you would think
look what you've got.
At some point, the cream would rise, right?
Yeah. I mean,
some teams never win, dude. They just never win.
But at least mediocre. Can we say Cleveland's even been mediocre with all this talent? I mean, what were they last year? 8-8, 7-9.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a better running back combo.
They won 3 or 4 games a year before or something. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just crazy. I mean, look what you've got.
Yeah.
Look at the running backs. Chubb and Hunt.
That's what I said. Who's a better combo? I mean, on the
yeah,
outside, you got Landry and OBJ.
Yeah. I mean, my God, you went out and bought a tight end, Hooper. I mean, Jesus.
Well, even on the defense.
They drafted offensive linemen, first-round draft picks to protect Mayfield. Oh,
I think it's more
crazy.
Going back to East Point before about the Rams and the Cowboys. I think that just speaks more of just how dominant Baltimore is. I think Cleveland is better than Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And if you made me, I think Cleveland
do
wins.
the same.
Okay. Nobody's making y'all take this game, so clearly y'all are not on a side. Let's kick this.
Well,
kick it to the curb.
Well, I was going to say before we got to the studio, I got to
We're dead here.
We're
done here.
Ohio fans.
Moving on.
And they're like, please give us a few minutes.
Yeah, I think we burn it up. We didn't like the game. We got to get into the games we like.
Here we go.
We're burning time now.
Let's try something.
We love games.
It was 7 minutes on a game we don't like.
That's the point. Sunday night, 8:20, New England versus Seattle. Seattle -4. Total 45. New England 1-0 straight up. 1-0 against the spread. 1 at home against Miami. 21-11. In the return of Cam Newton, honestly, he looked great. From the suit he wore to the game.
That's yellow, magical, just mustard bottle suit.
I hate Cam Newton.
The 75 yards and
punk.
2 TDs rushing.
He sucks.
An efficient 15 of 19.
He sucks. Miami just sucks worse, man. Just say how it is. Hey. I mean, that old geezer ain't got it no more. Let me go ahead. You know what? Just let me have this game. I'm going to tell you how this game's going to go right now.
We ain't got to your part yet. Hold on, T-Bone. Hey, he didn't throw nothing down the field. I agree. It was all short routes. But the defense,
he's like a Lamar with no arm.
Dude, New England's defense, Belichick he's the best.
I know. I don't disagree.
He takes what you give him and molds it.
Seattle 1-0 straight up.
Keep winning with that horse shit.
1-0 against the spread. Rolled Atlanta in a game that Atlanta did not look prepared for. Russell Wilson had a huge day. Honestly, though, Atlanta's not good. They always have weapons. They never have wins. T-Bone, I have a feeling where you're going to be here. Tell me, New England versus Seattle. Seattle -4.
Seahawks all the way, baby. Are you kidding me?
Why?
Are we serious here?
I feel like if y'all were in a buffet line, he would have walked over
way to win. Yeah, I'll give you that. Good luck getting up by on 10, 17 points a week. That might work against the Dolphins or some other horse shit team. That ain't going to cut the mustard against Seattle. Ain't happening. Seattle's got a better defense than Miami. They got a better quarterback. They got better weapons. They will crush New England. They will, give me, I saw 3.5 and wanted it then, and now it's 4.
Chalkboard.
Get on it. Oh.
Any love for New England?
He's
got. I'm just asking if he likes the other side. Chalkboard.
Bill Belichick. I mean, what else is there? Come on.
I like the clam chowder. But other than that, I'm all over the Seahawks on this one. Russell looked like he was in midseason form.
MVP?
Atlanta's
Him
defense
and Jackson
is
were the two
horrible.
best this weekend. Well,
Against Atlanta.
New England has an opportunistic defense, but I just don't think Seattle's going to make bonehead play. I just feel like it's Seattle. 4
You're
points.
going to make Cam Newton pass. How do you not make him pass to beat you?
The only thing that concerns me is that they're playing at home.
You think they'd stuff him run for 70 yards a game? That ain't happening, man. Somebody's going to blast him. He ain't doing that. They'll make him pass the ball. They'll stack the line.
And who's he going to pass to? DJ Moore? Ian Thomas or the tight end?
Chalkboard. I don't have to ask him. Chalkboard, are you looking to make Seattle a pick?
I mean, I think it's a strong burner. It should be a pick. It'll probably eventually be a pick. We'll just let it simmer.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't love it.
Number one back burner.
I don't love it, but I will
Don't make
put it
me
on
give
the
us
board.
as a choice cut. Don't make me take another one.
Seattle
Put another
minus
one on the
4.
grill.
What was? I can't think of week 1. Was it the pot?
I don't know. Seattle is on the burner at minus 4.
All right.
Let's just move on
Yep,
because y'all are not going to.
Yeah, because we need to get in the games we like. All right.
Monday night,
I love that game, though.
At the bit.
New Orleans Saints at Las Vegas. Las Vegas plus 5.5. Total 45. New Orleans 1-0 straight up and 1-0 against the spread. Crushed Tampa Bay 34-23.
Perfect game for you to talk about.
In another game that was not as close as the score indicated, Kamara played well. Brady played bad. I think New Orleans would like to see their offense play a little better this weekend. Las Vegas 1-0 straight up, 1-0 against the spread. Won at Carolina in a shootout, 34-30. Jacobs looked great with 93 yards and 3 touchdowns. The offense looked good as a whole. The defense, not good, not good. Seems like a recipe for disaster for Vegas. But I think there's some X factors in this game. First home game in a new stadium, in a new city. Chalkboard, Raider fan, you tell me, what's the Raiders got Monday night?
Welcome to the Strip. Let me be the first to officially welcome everyone to the Strip, to the first ever NFL game held in fabulous Las Vegas. One of the things I want to jump on right away is it was officially announced today Michael Thomas is not in this game.
I seen that as well.
Huge thing. I mean, like you say, if there was ever going to be a chance, it would almost have to be the Raiders kind of filling themselves a little bit. Brand new stadium. Thomas isn't going to be there. Now they do have other weapons.
Kamara's banged up. Is that true? Oh, man.
Are y'all like teasing me with this home dog? This home dog?
I was going to say, a white man told me on Monday night.
I'm kind of liking Las Vegas myself.
I
know it
honestly,
might sound shocking, but I'm kind of liking them.
over the years, I kind of always fluff up the Saints, but there's never been a home opening night on Monday night with their best player arguably injured, and I don't know that I could convince myself or you guys to make it a play, but I like the Raiders in points.
Still on the back burner. Let's keep moving on.
There's only 2 burners, and it's number 2.
Let's just keep rolling on.
Well,
he
hold on,
doesn't have the
T-Bo.
confidence in his voice, man. Let's move on.
Hold on, T-Bo. Are you on Vegas as well?
I just feel like yes, I like Vegas. I'm feeling back burner because if he's not committed to the pick, man, then I won't feel commitment in the pick. I'm not feeling the commitment of the pick.
The thing that's
there are games me and him have commitments on these picks, so I think those are more important.
T-Bone doesn't feel committed,
Back burner.
Chalkboard.
I say back burner.
I almost feel like
burner.
T-Bone's on more speed than normal.
Number 2 back burner. Let's move on.
So,
right.
Silver and black.
Las Vegas plus
Ooh, I got a
5.5.
juicy one. Is it my turn? Is it my turn? I'm throwing out the first pick, baby. It's gonna be the first official pick of the night.
Time out.
How many people are in this studio
Come
right now?
on, man! Don't you're taking away the chi, man? You're taking my chi away.
T-Bone,
Yeah,
who you like?
Buffalo Bills to crush Miami. Are you freaking kidding me with this spread? Is this a gift? Is this Christmas?
Let me set it up for you. Buffalo.
It started out at 3. Everybody loves Buffalo. Look at this garbage. Go get it now. Oh.
T-Bone, Buffalo at Miami. Miami plus 5.5. Speaking of which, opened at 3. It's up to 5.5. 74% of the money in on Buffalo. T-Bone, tell me why you like Buffalo in this game.
Well, hell, what? There's so many reasons to love Buffalo. Miami's offense sucks. You got a 70-year-old freaking retired ex-NFL offensive coordinator coaching. He sucks. Terrible offense. We've got freaking Fitzpatrick. We have no weapons. Now Parker's hurt.
Parker's dinged up.
Parker's dinged, dude. He may not play this week.
The one thing
That's the only weapon they got.
Dude, I watched a ton of Miami, New England. Miami couldn't run the ball.
No. Look who we got. A plow horse. Gaskin is our number 1 back. A guy that was on our practice squad. 3rd or 4th string was our leading rusher. pitiful. Pitiful. Yep. That's it. Not enough weapons.
Chalkboard,
Toothless. Oh, wait. Am I done? Going against a machine, that just shredded the Jets. Shredded the Jets.
Chalkboard, do you want to pitch Miami in
Josh
any way?
Allen just threw for 300 yards.
We know what side you're on, Doc.
He's Josh Allen is going to be.
not sure.
He's going to be like Cam Newton on roids come Sunday, baby. Are you kidding? Lock it in now before it goes another half point.
Chalkboard.
So I think he's leaning toward the Bills.
Yes.
I have to agree. I can't be as
You're
emphatic.
not a Miami fan.
I just don't see any way that they lose this. And it's a division game, and there's just no way they're going to screw around and lose. And
They'll win by 13, 14 easy.
I would
if not
consider
more.
it 7.5, 5.5. I'm with him. I feel like you got to get on it early and grab it before it gets to 6.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to get in y'all's way. I'm ready. Let's call it official. T-Bone, first official House Money podcast play week.
Oh, it pains me. The Bills.
Buffalo Bills
God, that was painful.
minus
Freaking hate the
5.5.
God, they will
HMP,
They will
number one.
emasculate.
Dude, I
They
just
will neuter the Dolphins.
hope you got enough energy for a second pick. I feel like you left it all on the
Ooh,
table.
I left it on the table on that one, baby.
Give him a break, Chalkboard.
God, you better
You go
pick
ahead.
another one,
You
'cause I
take
got
this
another
one.
juicy one I'm staring at right now.
Can we get one of the interns to wipe his brow?
Ooh. That's a lock star gold pick of the week.
Well-
good thing that didn't make it to the freaking grill.
In some
Ooh,
of,
that's a filet mignon, baby.
in some of our Sunday conversation as we were watching these games, we talk about this. It's going to be more of a pitch to you because I know where he's at.
I'm hungry.
There are
What game, Doc?
there are a couple teams that I feel like you take them till they prove you wrong. All right, what do you think about the Chiefs and the Chargers?
Okay, hold on. Let me set that up for you. Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are plus 8.5. It opened at 5.5, been bet up to 8.5. All the money coming in on Kansas City, 82%. Chalkboard, I know what side you're going to be on. Go ahead.
Well, like I say, kudos to all our listeners who got that at 6, 6.5. That's just. These are just two different kind of teams. And when we were talking on the phone about something and watching different games, obviously we all watched Thursday, and then we watched some of the Chargers game, and you're basically talking about Tyrod Taylor versus Mahomes, and just a total difference in philosophies here. And we've actually seen, because normally
my
we'd say,
God.
well,
Look, what they get 16? Against Cincinnati.
And I was going to say, we talk about, you always feel better with a team that can score. It's but we've seen, even if somebody gets ahead of Kansas City, they can still come flying back and pass you 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
If they get ahead of, the Chargers ain't coming back.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Houston, a team like Houston with
Right.
all their weapons couldn't do nothing.
What was the one Celtics saying? I know we hit to cross sports here, but it's like, Larry Bird ain't walking through that door.
Yeah.
The Chargers offense is not coming through that door to keep pace with it. In my opinion,
Right.
even
if what's his name, Rivers was there, it wouldn't be as bad, but yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
8.5.
Taylor's arm, really? That's what they're going to rely on.
Well, I just think the way the offense is tailored now.
So I know where y'all are at. Let me jump in here real quick. So I think y'all are getting a gift on this sheet at 8.5 because I cross-referenced this with the books online, and the books online had this at 9. So tell me this: if this is at 9, are y'all still on Kansas City at 9?
Yeah,
because I don't feel like there's a difference really
I
between
think
8
it's
and
double
9.
digits. It's gonna be double digits. So
I would take it up to 9.5 because I feel good with the 10 and 10 and below.
yeah.
Then same way as Buffalo, I'm not getting your way. Chalkboard, official House Money podcast, play number 2.
The Chiefs.
Kansas City minus 8.5, but I think you're getting a gift because I have a feeling when we go to the window tomorrow, we're staring at 9. Matter of fact, I know that's what the number is online. So because I was on it earlier, when I put my bets in,
Hey, we can only look at what's in
You're
front of us.
talking about a team.
We can only go with what's in front of
A
us.
team that basically had to get a couple things to go in their favor to beat the Bengals.
more than a couple.
Right.
Yeah.
I would just be stunned.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Good call.
Yeah.
All right, T-Bone, throw us out another game.
Oh man, Washington and Arizona.
All right, give me a second. Washington at Arizona. Arizona minus the 7. Total 47.5. Arizona obviously off the straight up victory as a 7-point dog given out on this show last week against San Francisco.
Great call, guys.
Washington also straight up victory. I think if y'all remember correctly, I told
can't
you
remember who won that game.
pump the brakes on the Eagles because I told you they were missing their entire offensive line, and Washington with that pass rush, they did come through, which makes this number still remotely interesting at 7. So T-Bone, Arizona -7. Where you at?
Oh, Zona -7. I mean, Washington, here's the problem. They beat a team that, like you said, was toothless. I mean, they had receivers out, offensive line out. I mean, he's got 1 or 2 good tight ends. I mean, what the hell is that going to do? So I think people are looking too much into Washington beating a beat-down team like Philadelphia. I don't think Philadelphia's, after seeing them, they're not going to be near as good as I thought they'd be. But they do have a lot of people out. So I'm not basing anything off that win. Arizona just went and beat San Francisco.
On the road.
On the road.
Super Bowl team.
Yeah. Kyle Murray looked great. Hopkins was a beast.
Was it 14 catches?
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable, man. I mean, just,
I guess they've got acclimated with each other now.
Well, and, they still got Drake that they can give the ball to and get him in space. I mean, they've got Kirk. Hell, they still got Fitzgerald out there. I mean, Kyle Murray's just exciting as hell. I mean, he is. I mean,
that team is incredibly fast.
I think they're going to light him up.
Chalkboard.
And I know this plays kind of more into E's wheelhouse. Is there any thought of, what it took for them to rise to that occasion, beat the Niners like a letdown a little bit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
that would be I'd be more concerned about them beating themselves than them actually getting beat by Washington. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there's a couple games this week that, the team you're going to see this week is not the team that you've seen last week. And I think Washington got a perfect matchup in the offensive line of Philadelphia being bad. And the only thing that Washington does well is rush the passer. If they rush the passer on Arizona, Kyle Murray, he's going to be all over that field. He's going to run for 120
He's going to invite that.
Yes, he's asking Washington to do the only thing that they actually do well. And I really wanted to make a case for Washington in this game, but I like Arizona -7 as well. I can't get in y'all's way.
They're going to come after him, and they're going to try to hit him. But I'll tell you one thing, Murray is not going to wince.
No.
Oh.
So
I didn't know there was a joke there.
Philly's quarterback from...
Oh, Wentz. Oh, that's me like you wincing. I was looking at your eyes. I didn't know what the hell's going on over
I thought we were talking about the Washington-Arizona game.
I said they're going to try to get to him.
I knew he was sliding something in there, man. I knew it.
T-Bone,
I just didn't get it.
Official House Money Podcast play number 3.
The Cardinals.
Arizona -7.
Zona.
Second week you said that.
All right, number 3 pick. Man, we're rolling.
Do we have 3?
We got
Buffalo
Zona.
-5.5.
Oh, number 1 pick, the gold.
Kansas City -8.5. Arizona -7.
Star. What does a damn gold lock star mean? Am I grabbing shit from different things? Gold lock star.
I don't feel like you need to
One's
be like...
a lock, one's a golden ticket, it's a star. What the hell's that got to do with it?
You don't need to be shackled by something like the English language.
English.
It was so bad that I just screwed myself. All right, look, we're going too fast and furious with these.
Go ahead, Chalkboard.
Let's go like from so much excitement to like disappointment.
We need to get to the window early tomorrow to lock this crap in.
Chalkboard, go ahead.
What about Atlanta and Dallas?
Okay.
2 teams coming off disappointing weeks.
Atlanta at Dallas. Dallas -4.5. It opened at 7.5. Bet down to 4.5.
What is going on there? Is there an injury? What's going on there?
Chalkboard, tell me who you like in this game.
Well, I know that the tight end caught a pass. He's gone for the season. ACL. Was it Jarwin?
Yes,
Okay.
Blake.
Blake Jarwin. I don't know.
I think somebody else got hurt, didn't they? Like one of the
the defensive guy, Van Der Esch.
Oh, yeah. He broke his collarbone.
Yeah, so he's out.
Ooh, God. Van Der Esch.
Van Der Esch.
Wow.
So, I mean, does that open up the thing for, like, Gurley to run? Because he's the middle linebacker, right?
Man, I don't know.
But again, it goes back to if you ever had a matchup of 2 teams with weapons and potential, it's like, who's going to suck the least in this game?
Yeah.
Who's going to come the closest
Dallas.
to be what they should be?
So let's look at last week, okay? Right. Atlanta got into the Seattle
is Dallas
game.
ever going to be what Dallas should be? I'm tired of waiting for it.
When we find out who shot JR.
But Dallas is exactly who they are. Okay, Dallas should have won the game last week, and they lost.
Yeah.
So they're going to come back to this week and have a game that they should crush a team, and they're going to crush this team because Atlanta's defense is terrible. And the Rams, I thought they game planned perfect for Dallas.
Yeah.
They made Dak uncomfortable. They made him do things he didn't like to do, and Atlanta does not have that ability. Obviously, you hear me talking like this. I'm on one of these sides already. I like Dallas as well. I just think you're going to get a complete. This is the type of game that Dallas wins big, right? I mean,
and I feel like who they on a personal level, Dallas owes us.
I know who Dallas is, and Dallas has not been kind. Sorry.
We backed them last week and we lost. So for me to come back this week and say take them, I can understand.
I'm so sick of them underperforming. All this freaking talent. All I hear is they've got it. I'm like, I ain't seeing no results. They don't bring it, man. They blow.
So are you saying Dallas has no Fort Worth?
No. I'm not sold at all.
No.
I say back burner. Oh my God. Yeah, number 3 back burner.
With that disdain.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
Way back.
Come on, man.
All right.
We're better than this.
All right, move on.
Let's tighten this up.
T-Bone, throw another game.
Jesus. All right, man. Let's get back.
I just got a text from Jerry, so we may have to come back to that.
Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Give me a second. All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee -9. It opened at 11, bet down to 9. Jacksonville comes off the straight-up victory against Indianapolis. Tennessee kind of struggled a little bit at Denver. Who do you like, T-Bone?
Man, I mean, I've got to say Jacksonville, and I know that sounds crazy, but Tennessee should have went to Denver with Denver's injuries, the problems they had, and I just thought they would take advantage of that. I thought they would show they're a legitimately good playoff team. And, man, no, they did not. I was not impressed.
No,
I was not impressed.
Chalkboard.
Jacksonville doing what they did, that impressed me. So I didn't think they'd beat the Colts, and they really, I don't know, they did it convincingly.
And we talk about it sometimes, too. You know, Tennessee is going home, but it is a short week for them playing on Monday night.
Yeah.
You know, you are traveling, like, how far is it from Tennessee? I mean, whatever. It didn't take them that long. They got a plane. But it's like
9 points. I mean, and the thing is, if you could have had 11, oh, my God, 11? Really? Over a 10 spot to a team that looked that good in week 1? Really?
Jacksonville shows week 1.
A team like Tennessee grinds people. They don't blow people out.
That they're not just going to fall over dead. So
I believe I said last week it's tough to win in Florida. And honestly, that's what scares me about that Buffalo game.
Well, the fans. Yeah, well, if you're just talking about the weather or something like that.
The humidity in
Miami. It's Florida,
yes,
dog. Have you ever been to Miami?
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's distracting.
It's very windy, though. Surprisingly so. I was very unimpressed with it.
I wasn't distracted by the breeze while I was there, I'll be honest.
Yes.
Were you?
I was with dudes, so.
I feel like even when we try to corral this story,
that's the best story ever. Okay.
I know this story. So were you less impressed with Tennessee on Monday night or the breeze at Miami?
Okay, so who do you like on the side chalkboard? You tell me.
I don't know that I like either to make a pick, but I would probably take Jacksonville on those points because, again, Tennessee's not the kind of team that's going to throw up a bunch of points. And if I can go in with over a touchdown and a scrappy team, I mean, as long as Jacksonville plays with some heart or whatever, I mean, you know, the Gardner's got a sweet mustache. I mean.
So this is one of them situations where I'm not on the dog. I'm on Tennessee here.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Tennessee is going to look near as bad as they looked at Denver the other night. That kicker's not going to miss all those field goals.
No, I don't think that'll happen again.
The one thing that Tennessee does.
But there you go. You're talking about field goals.
No, I'm not done.
But you have the potential to throw touchdowns.
Speaking of
which, I
don't
don't want some pedestrian offense that averages 15 a game on 5 field goals. It's Tennessee, man.
What does Tennessee do well? What does Tennessee
run the ball?
Okay, what could what could Jacksonville not stop until Marlon Mack got hurt?
No, that's true. Well, I can't disagree there.
So they're going to give Derrick Henry the ball 25 times and say stop him.
To your all's point, this is the lowest over-under on the card.
And you know, a weird thing, what does Jacksonville do it with? Who's their running back? Who the hell's their running back in Jacksonville?
That game was a product of
circumstances.
Phillip Rivers being terrible. I'm on the other side.
Okay. Well, there's no consensus here. I say we just scrap it.
Scrap it. Chalkboard. Throw us
Or
out
maybe
there.
it makes it onto the grill.
You never know. Never know.
I don't see it ended up on the grill.
Chalkboard, throw out another game.
What about the Niners off of a stinging defeat playing the Jets that are even now more toothless with no Le'Veon? Gase looks just as bad as always.
Okay, give me a second. San Francisco at the Jets. The Jets are +7. It opens somehow or another +4. It's now up to +7. I say this a lot. I think we've lost a ton of value there. 79% on San Francisco. Chalkboard, I know where you're going to be, but go ahead.
4 points. Oh, my God.
Is there any part of your being that feels like I'm going to say take the Jets and the points?
No.
No. I mean, like you say, it sucks that it's at 7. If any of your local books have it at 6.5, you should be all over it. It may not really matter, but
Who's going to score for San Francisco? Kittle's out now.
well, they got
Name me another person on offense.
Mozart or what? The guy who was
Mostert.
based.
Oh, the guy's
Mostert.
played one game, one NFL
Who?
game.
But he had like 4 touchdowns.
Who?
You're
He
going to ask
had
him to go
touchdowns
to
this past week.
Who?
He's almost one of the best running backs in the league now.
Oh, Mostert? Oh, yeah, he's tough.
almost.
No, he's tough. Mostert's tough.
Did anyone
He's
listen
good.
to me? He's almost one of the
Yeah.
best.
No, he's good. No, Mostert's legit. He's good. What is wrong? Wow, I don't know, man.
What is wrong with him?
That was a 49er nugget I threw out to you.
I'm not betting this game, but that was a good joke.
So Garoppolo, y'all throwing me off now. It does suck with Kittle being out, but who's more? Well, obviously Kittle's very valuable to that offense, but I mean, what are the Jets now? Brashard Perryman. I mean,
Let's not
they're
fly.
running backs. Frank Gore.
Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson, tall, skinny from the Jets.
Yep.
He broke loose and got a touchdown this past weekend.
Yes.
Dude, he looks like he's
Yes.
6'7", 150.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I gotta say. I think there's a ton
But
of games
San
out
Francisco's
there.
D.
There's a ton of games out there. Can we not lay a touchdown with a team flying from the West Coast to the East Coast?
Tell me what are the burner games, T?
We ain't. Are we
We
done
did
throwing
this?
out games?
I thought you said that like there were.
I don't know. It's time.
No, I still have. There's still games we haven't talked about.
Jump into our show. Who do you like?
Well, let's see. I'm on some ugly games this week, fellas. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh man.
I know the games that are remaining, and I bet I can almost
I'm
get a
sorry if I
feeling.
can't find a sexy game. It's like, yeah. Tell me about the fat chick you're taking.
He told me years ago. Ugly games pay the same currency.
Y'all are gonna hate this one.
Fat
Hey,
chicks.
Keyboard. I digress.
Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay -6. Dude, Aaron Rodgers isn't throwing 4 touchdowns in one game for the rest of the year.
No,
Okay,
that's crazy.
and honestly, this might be a play more against Minnesota than it is for Detroit. Detroit had that game won. That kid catches that ball in the end zone there at the end. This line's 3 instead of 6.
Oh God, that was brutal. That drop. The rookie.
Yeah, Detroit looked great for 3 quarters, and then they just melted down in the end.
And they did all that without Galladay.
Yeah.
Is he playing this week? Do we know?
I don't know.
I think he's listed as questionable. I'm not 100% sure on that.
That's a huge thing in that game.
But
To me.
I'll be honest with you. I like Detroit in this spot. They're coming off, a terrible loss, and for this to be less than a touchdown, I don't know. Again, I don't trust Green Bay, so y'all tell me where y'all at.
To quote E, this is a thing they're begging you to take Green Bay -6.
Oh,
I mean, the way Green Bay went and won, it's absurd that it's 6. It should be 9. It should be 8, at least 7.5, 8.
So,
Why is it not? This is what you would say to me. Why is it only 6, Chalk?
man, I mean, I know that Green Bay. I know what we saw was a misnomer. I do agree with that. We won't see that again. Nobody's gonna let Devontae Adams beat a team by himself.
Who is
14 grabs? Is that what he had? 14 catches.
14 cat? Who's Detroit's best corner? Who's going to be on him?
Detroit's got some decent corners.
On the outsides, I think they got.
Well, Kuda, I don't know if he's playing. He's the rookie. But he was the number 3 overall pick, so he's talented. And they got another good corner on the other side. So somebody's going to take, whoever the safeties, I don't know who the safeties are, but.
I mean, if you're going to let Valdez Scantling or Lazard beat you,
Yeah,
that's one thing.
exactly.
But how do you let Adams do that?
Yeah, it's crazy. So, maybe they double him up or, bring safety help. I don't know.
I won't put. We won't make a pick on that per
I
se.
think we definitely put it on the back burner. I don't have a problem with that.
All right, so y'all got any other games y'all gonna throw out there? Because I got another
Yes,
one.
I do got one on one, but I just want to talk about it because it's a good game.
Go ahead.
Baltimore to Houston. Pretty sexy game.
Baltimore at Houston. Houston plus 7. It opened at a 6. It's now at 7. Baltimore crushed Cleveland. Houston off a straight-up loss at Kansas City. Who you like, T-Bone?
I keep going back and forth. And for me, it'd be easy to say Baltimore because it's like, why not ride that until you can't ride it anymore? Because, I mean, if you did that with Baltimore last year, you would have won money. I mean, straight up. I mean, look, they 14-2 last year. I mean, Houston, they destroyed Houston last year. But I can see a case for Houston too, though, for some reason.
Chalkboard.
I think it's another thing too. It's like, are you getting, because they need Brandon Cooks to somewhat fill Hopkins' shoes because the way that offense is constructed.
Right.
Fuller, they went to him like 10 times. He actually looked pretty good.
Or maybe Fuller is the Hopkins now, and somebody's got to be the second.
I feel like Fuller's more of like a Robin, not a Batman for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's going to be their version of him because that's the best they got. He's the best. He's the alpha.
Do you feel like that Houston's defense can slow down what Baltimore wants to do?
I don't know. They crushed him last year. I mean, crushed
That's
him.
what I was just looking
They
at.
scored like 40 points or something. They were 30-something.
I guess one of the main questions is, who did Houston tick off to get these first two games? The Chiefs and the Baltimore out the gate?
We talked about that the first week of the over-under show, that their schedule was brutal. I mean, it's just brutal.
Houston, we got a problem.
I mean, I would have to take Baltimore.
Okay, so let's just throw that out there real quick because honestly, there's more games. There's at least another game I want to talk about.
I thought it was the best matchup as far as just a good match.
So I'll write
I know you
down
like that sex
Baltimore.
appeal.
I'll write down Baltimore -7. Throw it on the burner real quick. Let's throw one more out there real quick. So tell me what y'all think about Carolina at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay -9. Chalkboard.
This it's so funny because we kept saying last week, well, they're not going to be injured week 1. So as we go to Tampa Bay, Mike Evans is already banged up. I saw that Godwin is in like the concussion protocol, so he may not have either one of those guys.
Wow.
Carolina obviously got beat by who was? Oh, it was the Raiders. So I feel like, would you be leaning toward Carolina in the 9?
I am. T-Bone.
It's hard to think Brady would make this move and start off 0-2.
Dude, Carolina has weapons. Brady looked like shit. What's he gonna? He might not be able to do anything about it.
Did you see the stat? He's thrown like 3 straight games of pick 6.
Wow. Yeah, he did against Miami. I remember that.
And it's not saying Tampa Bay's got to lose because you get 9.
Dude, Carolina has weapons.
Carolina is supposed to be one of the 3 worst teams in the NFL this year. So why do we think they have enough weapons? They couldn't score against last week.
Oakland's like an elite team.
Against Vegas, final score is 34-30.
Well, that's
Apologies,
true.
I keep
That's
saying
true.
Oakland. It's in my blood. Well, I mean, honestly, right now with the injuries and everything, you're talking about Moore. You're talking about, McCaffrey.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not against it because I think Tampa Bay's overrated for one thing, and then if they got injuries, that's another.
I was kind of surprised that Arians threw him under the bus a little bit.
I mean, Bridgewater's steady, and they've got McCaffrey. They got like
Teddy
you said,
covers.
Yeah,
But he didn't against Vegas.
yeah. So. Yeah.
Teddy covers bridges over the water.
I'll tell you what, we've got enough here. We've already got 3 picks. We've only got to come up with one out of all these games.
I think there's a solid pick on the burner.
All right, that sounds good. So here's what's on the burner.
Let's go back. Yeah, go ahead.
Seattle -4, Vegas +5.5, Baltimore -7, Detroit +6. So can for my sake, can we throw out Seattle -4? Who's your number one of those?
That's where we're going to go. We're going to go with Seattle. That's going to be his.
That's your all's number one?
It's strong, baby. It's strong.
All right. No, again, this is your all show.
Or Vegas.
This is your all show.
Which one?
Well, it's just, even with no Michael Thomas, even like with whatever, and I'm not saying Oakland couldn't straight up win that game, but like you said, you heard the quiver in my voice.
Hey, we got San Francisco out there, too. Give them that 7. Ooh, give them that 7 spot to the lowly.
Yeah, so that means our 4 picks is going to be laying 5.5, laying 8.5, and laying 7, and then lay another 7. Damn.
Okay, I can make one of these. If you want to take the
Welcome to Chalk Talk.
No doubt.
With your host Chalkboard.
I did notice that, and I get where you're coming from. So, what about Vegas and the 5.5? No, okay. Well, what's the other one?
It's just I have too much. I have too much fandom.
Do you like Detroit better?
Detroit +6.
honestly, on the things that we just all discussed, I would almost be on Carolina on the 9.
I like Carolina, too.
I mean, do we like Carolina more than we like Seattle?
No, I like Seattle, but that's me.
Who do you like, Chalk?
One of these is going on the grill, baby. I'll just give my fans the grill, the choice cut. The top selection.
I'm trying to think back to the bylaws of the show. We can't take 4 favorites.
I'm getting ready to give you a T-bone
We can take...
because we're not going to give you 4 favorites.
Chalkboard, what do you want to do? I don't care. Pick a team.
To me, it's A and B, Seattle, and then Carolina is my A-B in that order.
For me, can we take Carolina?
You asked me what I wanted.
And then we'll give T-Bone and Seattle his choice cut.
Yeah, look at that. Come over and smell this on the grill.
Is it really a choice cut?
Get you some Seahawk off the grill. You ever had swordfish? Tastes like Seahawk's a bird. Never mind.
I've not had a grilled Seahawk.
I'm going to throw this to you, and I honestly don't know what's coming.
Tastes like chicken.
Chalkboard. Official House Money Podcast play number 4.
The Panthers.
Did that feel as good as it is for me to say Seattle's my choice cut? My top of the line, aged in the freezer, steak going on the grill, Seattle Seahawks, baby. Oh, there it is. I gave it away too early.
Carolina plus 9. Official House Money Podcast play number 4. That's our 4 plays for the week. Excuse me. I'll recap. Buffalo minus 5.5. Kansas City minus 8.5. Arizona minus 7, and the Carolina Panthers plus 9. Chalkboard, crystal ball predictions last week. Henry Ruggs, touchdown. How'd he do?
I have to break this down. Now, we have a few minutes extra. First pass he ever catches in the NFL, 45-yard bomb. He gets slammed out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. It was so painful. Actually, he got injured. It was a play later when he got tackled, but he came back in the second half.
Okay.
So he did not score. But I'm saying he was from me to you from the end zone, and it was horrific. And actually, he kind of screwed himself because he kind of looked at the guy coming to tackle him like, you're not going to be as fast as I am. And the guy was faster than what I think he thought he was. And
sometimes it happens that way.
Inches.
So, Chalkboard, tell me who you got this week.
All right, I've been looking around, watching the headlines, and I'm going to go in a little bit of a direction here. It's have you seen where, like, Allen Robinson's kind of about the contract stuff and everything going on? I'm going to think he's going to use that to his advantage, and I say Robinson gets in the end zone this week, and we got A-Rob for the touchdown.
Allen Robinson, wide receiver, Chicago.
I think he can do that against the Giants.
Touchdown. That's another game we didn't talk about. I love the Giants.
Oh, God. Love the Giants. The Giants are putrid. They're horrible.
T-Bone, choice cut.
No offensive line.
Last week, Buffalo minus 6.5. Winner 1-0 out of the gate, brother.
Yeah, I was just slobbering all over my latest edition that's going to go on the grill this week.
And who may that be?
Surprises.
Seattle Seahawks. Oh.
Seattle minus 4.
The weapons. Russell Wilson. That defense. Oh. New England. Oh, with no offense at all. But a guy that runs up the gut ain't going to cut it.
Sounds good, dog. All right, this is our show where we talk about our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitter, Chalkboard. Where can you be found at?
If I'm not in the studio, you can find me at Chalkboard, CHALKBORED.
Excellent.
_HO. He keeps moaning.
Got ingrown hair.
Easy, dog. That's gross. Twitter can be found at House Money Pod. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Please rate and review us. We love reviews. By the way, I have 2 for you all after our week 1 show. I think y'all appreciate it.
2 reviews?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one comes in from Sandy. She said, would somebody please let the cat out? He keeps going to the door.
So we're kind of like the ball hall men, but who's going to let the cat out?
Oh, no.
That's awful.
Thank you, Sandy.
And on that note, dude.
So we took a ring away.
Next week, there's not even a bell in the studio.
The second line of Sandy's comment is, and the guy across from Easy won't let anybody else talk.
Now, we don't know how Sandy.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, shit. Nice, Sandy.
I still love you, Sandy.
All right, we had 2 reviews. The other one comes in from Hannah. Hey, we're big with the ladies, y'all. From Hannah, and she has a question for us, and it is, what's with the pinata?
Yes, we're as good looking as we look on TV.
No, it was what's with the pinata? Is that your all's mascot?
Oh, no, yes, that's the mascot.
Anybody want to take it? Go
I
ahead,
almost
Sean.
feel I'm paranoid to lob it to T-Bone, but I feel like he could explain it better as long as he stays on path.
The path, yes, the path. The pinata path, yes.
Where did the pinata come from?
The pinata we brought in for Mexican week, right?
It was when the
Yes.
when the
they
Chiefs
played the game in
Mexico City.
Mexico City, yeah. The Chiefs versus the Rams, yeah.
So the night before that show, we went to a restaurant.
Yes, got hammered.
Had
Came
a
back
couple
here.
Dos Equis, some
We
tequila.
were supposed to spin him around the room or spin ourselves around the room and bash his guts out and get all the goodies inside of him, and we got too wasted and forgot to do it.
So much like
So
you,
he's a survivor. Kind of like a cancer survivor. He's a survivor.
he's a pinata survivor.
That's a T-shirt.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for those reviews. We do very much appreciate it.
Please keep them coming.
I'll shout out my man, executive producer Z-Man, holding it down for us at House Money Podcast headquarters. Chalkboard, T-Bone, that was week 2. Y'all got any final words for us?
This is it. This is the week. This is the week.
Yeah, 2 and 2 is kind of like kissing your sister, is the old adage.
It could be 3 and 2 if you played that choice cut. I'm just saying.
So with the choice cut this week, what are we looking for? 4 and 1?
Oh yeah. What's the loss going to be? I can't see it.
Well, I mean,
It's going to be the perfect week.
how
This
about
is it.
we can throw something out there to where, if we do worse than 4 and 1, you bust the pinata, and he's no longer a survivor.
Oh my God, he's shaking over there.
Okay,
Perspiration.
if we don't go at least 4 and 1, we'll all do tequila shots on the show next week.
Well, I can't lose. Can't lose. There you go.
There you go.
I thought this was punishment. Okay.
All right. Well, on that note, fellas, anything else?
No, I'm thinking tequila shots.
Chalkboard.
Week 2, I think we're better this week than we were week 1 because there was so much unknown. As we start to get more information, we'll get better. Stick with us; you'll come out ahead.
Yeah, right on. All right. On that note, we're House Money Podcast, and we're out. Thanks.